Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of your favorite golf podcast, Close Course. I'm your host, Blake, here with my co-hosts, Eric and Nick. And today's guest is a guy I've known for way too long, to be honest. Someone who has mastered reality TV, radio, cocktails, and he's a pretty decent golfer as well. You know him from Bachelor Nation, and now you catch him on the Golf Channel a bunch of times for making everybody laugh online, and honestly, from having one of the best personalities in entertainment. Please welcome to Close Course Podcast, the one and only Wells Adams.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you like that?
What an intro.
I was like writing this intro, and I was like, fuck, Wells got a pretty dope life. I'm like, this guy fucking plays golf for a living, is on reality TV, but is not part of the drama, just gets to watch the drama. He's EP, and he married a famous actress. I'm like, and he lives in LA. I'm like, that's a pretty fucking dope life. Son of a bitch.
Pretty good.
And I joined like a really cool country club, which, by the way, I suggest everyone get rich.
There's your caddy advice.
Nothing is better than when you join a country club and then all of a sudden, you know, they're 4-hour rounds and you get to hang out with your buddies and your wife comes and gets drunk with you at night. I know this is a golf podcast, so I just wanted to really highly suggest all of your disposable income on a private membership. It will pay off.
That's fair. What course is it? What course did you join, if you can say?
Yeah, it's called Lakeside.
Okay.
So it's out in Toluca Lake. It's a fun place.
Nice.
I've actually never, I mean, I've played like as a guest or something, but yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for me perk-wise would be the 4-hour rounds. Like you're just flying through those rounds.
You
That's
get spoiled.
massive.
No waiting. Yeah, it's so nice.
Spoiled.
Yeah. The other thing is we talk about this a lot, like on Vanity Index, which is my golf podcast.
Hey, good plug. Good plug.
Yeah. You know, we used to be a society that, obviously, we're people that like really crave community. And we used to be a society where we were all like going to church and Sunday school. And there was like, that was the community. And that's kind of like gone away. And I feel like in this day and age, it's a crazy thing to say, but I feel like the country club is that thing where like all these people that are your friends and their families, and we can all come together. And yeah, so I jokingly say you should join a country club, but also like it has been like such a lovely thing to do. And I highly recommend it.
Yeah, and I think like the biggest thing too is really cool. Like you can have days where it's just you and your boys, but you can also bring your family to the club. Like there's not many things where you can like, it's families, you know, safe, and also you can have a good time with your boys as well. You know, gambling, drinking, and have a good time. So it's not
Justifies it.
Yeah.
Justifies the membership. Oh, honey, this is for the kids. This is not for me.
Look at the pool.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you what the play is. I feel like every guy out there is so stupid, and like the dialogue is always like, my husband, I'm not letting my husband go because it's 5 hours of golf and whatever. He needs to stay home and help me. You guys have all fucked this up. Like, it's so easy to make this enjoyable for everyone. So here's what I did. When I first joined this club, I went to like the main, a waiter, a bartender. His name's G. And I went, G, every time you see this woman walk in this goddamn place, you go get her a bottle of rosé and you bring it straight. Don't ask any questions. Just do it. And he was like, all right. So now my wife's like, it's great. Every time I come here, they just bring me wine. And the other thing I do is I say she doesn't want to play golf, but she likes to like be out there because it's lovely, you know? And so she says, okay, if you're going to go play golf, will you just text me when you're on 16? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So on 16, I say, I'm on 16. She goes, great. I'm going to put some makeup on. I'm going to come out there. Then she's sitting in the little garden that overlooks the 18th hole. She's half cocked already because G has brought her a bottle of wine. And then she's like, I want to go putt. So I got her for Christmas one year a Tiffany's.
There you go.
A Tiffany's tailor-made putter. I don't know if it really is Tiffany's, but it's the color. It's the blue color. So I told her this, so she believes it. So she goes, let's have a putting competition. So then what I do is I say, oh, I lost you guys.
I know you're kind of fading out a little bit.
Okay, you bet. Am I back?
There we go.
We're back. Yep.
Okay. So then what I do is I say, let's have a putting competition. And I say, let's play for $20, closest to the pin. I always lose. She thinks she's the greatest fucking putter in the history of putting. She's okay. She's not the great, but she's like, I'm so good at putting. I'm the best golfer ever. comes to the club, she's having the best time. That's how you got to do it. You can't do the thing of like coming home drunk 7 hours later. You got to bring them into it.
That's a pro level.
It is. That's a hack. That's a hack right there. But I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Sarah's just really cool. Like I feel like I don't think all wives would show up, get half cocked, and then go play a little putting green. You know what I mean? So.
And after every round that you do now, you just got to be like, yeah, I putted like shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you got to figure, like I said, once again, you have a dope life. So I want to get into that actually. Like, go ahead and shameless plug because obviously you have a lot going on. I just saw you're hosting the next season of The Big Break. Yes, The Big Break. So yeah, tell the people about that a little bit because I actually I've caught glimpses of it, but I never watched the actual show.
Yeah. So this was the Golf Channel's kind of flagship show for a long, long time. And effectively, it's a reality TV competition show. It's kind of like Top Chef, right? So like a bunch of people who are really good at golf come every day. There's some sort of competition, some sort of battle. At the end of it, someone gets eliminated, and then you kind of whittle the thing down until you get to just a couple dudes. And then they play for, it's going to be a big cash prize. And then kind of a tour spot, right? So it was really popular in like 2007 to like 2016. Okay. And when Golf Channel was purchased by NBC, I guess they decided to get rid of it. And then recently, Golf Channel has been purchased by Versant, and they're like, everyone is clamoring for this show, especially after the pandemic, because they just started playing reruns and everyone got back into it. Mm-hmm. So they're bringing it back. So they did like 23 seasons. Oh, wow. And now we're coming back for 24. And this one's going to be really fun. So it's going to be airing in August on the Golf Channel, but we're also teaming up with the boys from Good Good. So there'll be a couple dudes who are team captains from Good Good. There even might be some people from Good Good playing in the competitions, and it's just a bunch of like amazing golfers that are all on like mini tours or Asia tour or the European tour. They're trying to break in, and what's crazy is that like there are so many +8s that like can't make it.
I know
that's an insane thing. That's like there's so many LeBron Jameses, but only a couple of them get to be in the NBA. Like they're so good at golf, and like it's just like luck and maybe a big break. And so that's kind of what this is a bunch of money you get to win, but then you also are going to get into the Good PGA Championship, or the Good Championship, which is a PGA Tour event in Austin in November. So that's going to be huge for them. They do well, then they can keep their tour card and like continue on. Oh, and so I obviously won't spoil anything, but I filmed it, and I do it with Blair O'Neill, who was on it. She won one and she came runner-up on another, but she does a lot of playing lessons on Golf Channel and the Golf Now app and stuff. And she's lovely, and I've known her for years because I play in pro-ams with her, and we had just had the most fun. And not to spoil it, but the last episode was the greatest golf I've ever seen in my entire life. Like wow. What happened at the end is so mind-blowing that like I think everyone who loves golf, jaws are going to be on the floor. Like I'm going to say something that's like going to sound hyperbolic, but it's like it's real. I don't think Tiger Woods or Scottie Scheffler could have won this last thing. Like the golf was so insanely good, and that's that thing of like the difference between Scottie Scheffler and like one of these mini tour guys is pretty small. And if someone catches fire, they are just as good as that, Yeah. So anyways, I'm really excited for people to check it out. I think people are really going to like it. And obviously with the influx of the YouTube crew from Good into Golf Channel, and then the Golf Channel people getting into the YouTube world, I think it's going to be good cross-pollination. And if nothing else, like, Blake knows, like I've been around making a bunch of good TV shows. So I can tell you this is going to be a good one just from like the season. It was just
Yeah.
Breakneck speed and awesome.
That's
Well,
great. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think it's perfect timing to bring the big break back, and like reality TV shows, is it like scripted? Is it not? Are these guys actually good? But you can look at the history of the big break: Tommy Two Gloves, Tony Finau, Blair O'Neill. I mean, they have like real people came to the big break, so it's definitely no slouches in that, and we've got a little tease of, hey, watch the last episode because it's going to be some really good golf. So it's going to be good.
I love
season.
the idea of them bringing the YouTube viewership and the YouTube fandom.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes, golf can be a little stuffy, but I feel like they're turning a corner and they're willing to take some risks, and maybe the Horvaths, the Good Goods, the Bob Does Sports, things like that. So that's pretty cool. I like that.
Well, and if you're honest about it, like what YouTube golf is now is what Big Break was initially, right?
Yeah.
So like it's the glass break competition, it's the flop wall, it's these trick shots. I mean, we still have that in the show, but when the show left, people just took those ideas and took it to YouTube, right? And so it's cool to have it kind of all back in the same spot. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun to film. We filmed it outside of Austin at an awesome golf course called the Horseshoe Bay Resort.
Oh yeah,
it's like one of those. There's these awesome places where you can just go with your boys and have like an amazing golf trip.
That's one of them.
Pinehurst, Banding Dunes, but like this place was like that, where I was just kind of blown away with how cool it was. The food was good, the golf was amazing. It was a lot of fun.
That's cool.
How long does it take to film that whole series? You already wrapped filming. What's the timing? And it's like The Bachelor. I don't know. It goes for 8 weeks, but you're only there for like 2.
Yeah. If that, yeah.
How long does that take?
It was breakneck. It was 9 episodes in 14 days, with one day being a press and promo day. So yeah, so basically an episode every single day.
Yeah,
wow.
Basically, yeah. So I got to ask, what was more fun then? Paradise, bartending Paradise, or hosting, or you hosted obviously Paradise as well. So hosting that or hosting Big Break?
Big Break.
Okay. I figured that was the answer, but I thought I'd ask anyway.
It's also like the hours are better because in Big Break you can only film during the daytime, right? Like so.
That's true.
And also I'm on a golf course, which I feel comfortable on and I enjoy being on. Whereas Paradise is sweaty and hot and like very stressful. You remember?
Yeah, quite stressful to say the least. Real fun time for me.
They're both fun in different ways. Like this is a competition. So you have like lawyers making sure that like rules aren't being broken and like everything's fair. And then you have Paradise, which is like, let's just see how weird and crazy we can get. Yeah. Both two different shows, but also both fun to make. But I would take the golf one over.
Of course. And I think you mentioned it. Like, I don't think people understand just how much goes into the like legality of these competition shows. Because I've been on one, and there was in like 1971, they took something all the way to the Supreme Court because they felt like they cheated people out of money. So like, it is very serious. There's lawyers on site. They're like very serious. So there's a lot that goes into those competition shows a lot of people don't know. So it's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Yeah, there's a movie called Quiz Show starring John Turturro that's all about it. And so like back in the day, they'd have these quiz shows like Jeopardy or whatnot, but they would, weight the scales because they'd want people to win. And yeah, it was a huge issue. It went to Congress, and that's when the payola plugola thing all came about. And so now, you have standards and practices at any competition show, and you have a lawyer there making sure everything is fair, because if it's not, you can go to jail.
Yeah. So when people say, "Oh, it's rigged," it's like, no, it's not. It's not rigged. It cannot be rigged. Yeah. So, but I do want to get in because obviously I figured you'd pick, the golf show, because obviously golf's been around a long time in your life. We have this segment called First Swing. Like, how did you initially get into golf way back in the day?
Dude, I'm from Monterey, right? So I'm from Carmel, Pebble Beach area, which is like the
insane.
I assume it's like the kind of the mecca of golf in this country. Yeah. Maybe Pinehurst is that. But for me, we grew up in a place where everyone played golf. I grew up on a golf course. I grew up on the oldest golf course west of the Mississippi called Old Del Monte Golf Course. I grew up on the corner of 9 and 10. So there were 2 places where balls could fly into our yard. So we sold golf balls and lemonade and then beer sometimes if someone wanted to steal some from my dad. And then I would go. It was amazing. We had a little swinging chair, 2-person swinging chair that had binoculars hanging on it, and you could use the binoculars to look down to one green, 2 tee box, so you could see if someone was coming up 1. If no one was coming up 1, we would jump out at twilight and go play 2, and we play the front back to our house. If someone was coming up 1 or on 2 tee box, we'd look up 9. If no one was coming down 9, we'd jump on 10, play the back, and then back to 1, 2, and then our house. And my father would every week give a bottle of wine to the marshal so they wouldn't mess with us.
That's great.
Play at twilight. They're going to carry. Don't worry. Like, they don't need carts, but don't fuck with them. And so, yeah, I grew up playing, almost every night at twilight. And then, I worked at a golf course. I worked at the Carmel Valley Ranch, which is a great Pete Dye course. And I was the bag boy and caddy and range picker, which, by the way, I've had a lot of cool jobs. We've already kind of established that. But that was the best job I ever had in my entire life. I was like 18 years old.
Yeah, at that age.
I'd smoke pot, and then I would go put in like my AirPod. When it wasn't AirPods then, it was like my MP3 player, and I'd go pick balls around the range for 3 hours. That was the greatest job in the history of jobs, dude.
Yeah, at that age, especially if you're into golf. Fuck, that's awesome. That's great.
Oh yeah.
So it's
what I remember about that most is so funny is everyone smokes weed when they work this job. Okay, and so this is back when it was not legal, but I was in California. And I remember everyone's name, and I remember everyone would go smoke a bowl before work right by this big air vent over in the cart barn. Now, I didn't know this until later. My father told me, he was like, you know that we know every time you guys are smoking weed down there. And we're like, what are you talking about? The air vents would suck the air from the cart barn and then put it in the clubhouse.
In the clubhouse? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Like, we all know when you're stoned. And I was like, I did not.
Oh, that's great, though. I mean, I went to Carmel that one time for the Almost Famous get-together and everything with iHeart. And that is a beautiful place in America. Have you guys ever been there?
It's amazing.
God, it was incredible. It was so much fun. So, yeah, so you had a cool childhood, too. Cool adulthood, cool childhood. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did in my past life.
Yeah, you did something right.
What the fuck is your senior life going to look like?
Yeah.
No shit. A lot of golf. A lot of golf.
Probably.
So then obviously you went on and you play golf at Ole Miss.
No, I didn't play golf at Ole Miss.
Oh, I thought you played golf at Ole Miss. Oh, okay.
You just went to Ole Miss.
Yeah, you went to Ole Miss.
Yeah, I just I played other things at
Touche.
No, I didn't play. I wasn't that good. I played high school golf. I was on the varsity team, but I was probably like the 4th best dude. And I went to the all boys Catholic school in Salinas called Palma, and our biggest rivalry was Robert Louis Stevenson, which is the high school of rich kids inside of Pebble Beach, and their home court was Spyglass, which is, I don't know,
nice.
One of the
better than Pebble, I think. Yeah.
It's much harder than Pebble.
Way harder.
And so we would have to go and play them. We'd do a home and away. They would beat the ever living shit out of us because, the back at Spy is like diabolical. And so I recognized early that I wasn't all the kids that went to RLS were really, really good. We had Nate Smith who went to Duke. We had another kid who went to Stanford, and I recognized that I was never going to be that good. So I just kind of resigned myself to trying to break 80 and having a good time. And I quit playing golf until I moved back here, 7-8 years ago.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. I did want to ask you though, since you are an Ole Miss guy, they've been in the news a little bit lately with what's his name? The coach.
Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin been talking some shit a little bit. I want to get your take on some of the things he's been saying. I know you're a big Lane Kiffin fan.
I mean, I was Lane Kiffin.
I remember when we had the Ryder Cup, we were talking all about it and whether he was going to stay or not.
I knew he was going to do this. He's like that crazy broad that always cheats on your boyfriend and our boyfriend. friend. Like, you know it's coming, but like she's so sexy that like you kind of like just hope it's not going to be you that it happens to, but it definitely happens to you. And I remember when we hired him. When we hired him, I was like, I know that he's going to burn us. Like, I know it's coming. I just hope we get a couple good years out of him, which we did. Now he is annoying because he doesn't shut up about Ole Miss. Yeah. And it's like, dude, you left at a time which you could have won a national championship. I of course want us to win a national championship because I am an alma mater there. And like, I love that place, but out of spite, if you are chasing a national championship, so you go to LSU, and the same year that you leave, the backup offensive line guy gets you to the promised land, that would have been chef's kiss, and like a Greek tragedy. I'd have loved it. This whole thing about it's really hard to recruit in Mississippi because of the racist stigma. Yeah, sure. I think it's tough to recruit in any deep South place. I imagine kids from California are questioning going to Alabama or Arkansas. But also, what's crazy and so like stupid is that Louisiana is also mired in so much segregation and racism. And what's really funny is that Lane said something to the effect of like, the name Ole Miss is a reference back to like the good old boys, and the rebels are Confederate rebels and all this stuff. And it's like, okay, and so if you are making a pitch to a bunch of mothers for their sons to come there, I can see how this is an issue. But the thing is that LSU, they're the Tigers. They're not the Tigers because there are tigers in LSU or in Baton Rouge or in Louisiana. They're the Tigers because that was the name of one of their most successful Confederate army groups.
Yes.
So
I actually didn't know that.
Thing. And that's what's annoying. It's just like, dude, pot, meat, kettle.
Yeah, a little hypocritical. Wow, I didn't know that. That's wild.
Yeah.
But I agree. I just like, shut up. You know what I mean? Like, why are you still talking about Ole Miss? Like, that's my thing. It's like, why are you still talking about Ole Miss?
He's a clown. Look what he did to Tennessee when he bolted to USC in the middle of the night. You knew it was coming. He's a clown. I hope he doesn't win a game.
I was rooting for Ole Miss too.
Me too.
I wanted them to win it.
Me too.
It was the first time in the history of this country that everyone was actually rooting for Ole Miss.
It's true. It's true.
To go well. Like, it's so silly. My pitch to him, I went on Matt Leinart and Jerry Ferrara's podcast recently when this was all going down, and I gave the pitch. I was like, Lane, if you're listening, here's my pitch, because obviously Matt knows Lane because of the LSU or the
USC.
And I was like, here's my pitch, dude. You can go to LSU and you might win a national championship, but there's a good chance you're going to get fired because this has already fucking happened. It happened to Ed Orgeron. The dude won them a national championship and then got fired.
Yeah,
but if you go to Ole Miss, you don't even have to win a national championship. If you just get us 10 wins every year, we will build statues for you, and like you know, God. But no, you want to go to LSU, and that dude's going to get fired. Mark my words, in the next 5 years, even if he wins a national championship.
Yeah.
You got to win multiple LSU. It's like and you got to win like 12 games. Like it's insane.
Yeah, Ed Orgeron got fired the year he had a year after he won the national championship, and then they fired him.
Yeah, it's insane.
And he was loved by the players, so that's crazy.
Yeah.
So were you guys on the same original Bachelor show, or did you meet him at Paradise?
So I actually met you in Vegas in 2018. Me and Jason came to that iHeart Music Festival.
That's right.
It's like you, me, Dean, Nick Vial, Ben Higgins. It was like all those guys. We all went to the iHeart Music Festival. That was the first time we met. And then obviously he was my bartender. What?
You were trying to if you were going to be the Bachelor or not. I remember.
Yeah. No, it was right after we were not the Bachelor. And I remember being like, what the fuck do I do now? And then we were like me and Jason were asking advice from you. We were like, what do we do? You're like, just enjoy it. You're like, honestly, the Bachelor's like kind of sucks. He's like, it's really hard and shit. Yeah. I remember that. And I enjoyed it a little too much. So I'm going to blame everything on you, Wells.
Yeah, I did it.
But then he was my bartender when I was in Paradise. So he saw everything burn around me.
Yeah. We put this poor guy through
hell and back.
What's your favorite story from then?
I mean,
I
was a mess, dude.
I went through it with him too before the beach, so
that was a mess.
Let's
I
spill.
mean, Stagecoach was just epic, you know. I commented on some Bachelor thing. It was like the fits of Stagecoach, and it was like all the the wannabe influencers from the show like at Stagecoach wearing ridiculous clothes. And I think you were in it.
I
You were
probably
wearing
was.
and I wrote, I miss the days when Stagecoach was just a storyline in paradise. We used to be a country.
Oh, I did see that comment. We used to be a real country or something. We used to be a proper country. Yeah. I do remember that comment. Yeah. That was funny. It's true, though, yeah.
We put Blake through hell. Now, did he
Deserve it?
deserve a little bit of it? Maybe a little bit. But I feel like it got out of control.
Yeah, it got out of control just a bit. But hey, it's all in the past now, on a greener pastures. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting married to a beautiful woman, you've got a kid, you've got a cool show that I'm on right now. I mean, listen,
could be worse.
Could be worse.
Could be worse. So yeah.
I still have a little beef though, Wells. Is you as an executive producer, I deserved a little producer credit because I'm the one who brought him to Stagecoach that year. It's all my fault.
He got the house.
I brought the horse to the water and he drank it all.
He drank all the water.
Literally drank all the water there.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and then he drank someone else's water too. And
He had a
little too
lot
much.
of backwash there.
I do like that you think that I'm an executive producer on that show. I'm not.
He just pours drinks.
I'm the bartender, dude. I'm like at the lowest. There's like the guy who services the toilets, and then there's me, and then
You sit at that table. I know it, Wells.
Wait, are you coming back? Because they did announce Bachelor in Paradise. You probably don't even know. They don't tell you till last minute. Probably. Have they even talked to you?
I went to that Hulu is real or get real party.
Yeah, I was at that. Yeah.
And yeah, like Rob Mills was there, who's like the head of unscripted at Disney, Hulu, ABC, and he was like, "Where it's coming back next year," and I said, "Great, let me know when that happens. Like if that happens, then great."
Yeah.
But I think that who knows what's going to happen between now and then. They obviously have a little bit of cleanup to do with this Taylor Frankie Paul situation. They need to build cast, which. The issue that we've got is that you can't go do a Paradise show without people to pull from, right? So you got to go do a Bachelor series. So you can get some girls. We got to figure out, we either got to do another Bachelorette so we can get some guys, or we have to re-air Taylor Frankie Paul's thing, which I don't know if that's going to happen. So there's a lot of obstacles in the way. So happening this year, I can tell you that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I still think that they would still use Taylor Frankie Paul's guys actually, even if it doesn't air, which is interesting because I know Shane's like on a new show and like they're still out there, but interesting. Yeah, I've always wondered if they're going to have another Paradise season, but let's get back on track then with golf. Let's get back on track with golf a little bit. Get out of reality TV.
Oh God!
Excuse you.
His nose is falling apart.
It's coming off.
Mouth breathing so much.
It's coming off.
Okay, all right. We have a segment called a Dream Foursome. If you had to pick anybody dead or alive to play a foursome with, who would that be?
Okay, so we do this on Vanity Index a lot.
Okay.
I'm going to give you two different answers. Okay.
Okay.
Number one would be my dad and my two brothers.
Of course.
We were the original foursome, and everyone can. Well, my dad can't play really much anymore, but like there was a time which everyone was pretty good. Everyone's like single digit.
Oh shit.
So that's like, take me to St. Andrews, take me to Pebble, take me to Pine Valley or something with those four guys.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty great. Now, the celebrity answer, it would be Andrew Santino.
What's a first?
It would be Barack Obama.
Okay.
And Michael Jordan.
Okay.
A lot of MJs.
Yeah, we've gotten Jordan a lot.
Yeah.
But the other two, those are good.
I play with Santino a lot. One, he's a fantastic player, and he's just the funniest person to be around on the golf course. So I would just want him there for like the yucks and like the hang. And then I feel like knocking off a president would be kind of cool. Like, and then yeah, MJ's like the one like dream guest we have for VIP.
That'd be
like,
sick.
Because like our show effectively is Vanity Index is effectively we built our entire set to look like the grill room, the bar room, in the locker room after your golf round. So if you go play golf, like a nice private club. Afterwards, you go get beers, and then you just tell stories, and it's just the best, right? And so we try to replicate that. And so usually it turns out to be like people telling like crazy stories about like gambling situations or like where people got over their skis or whatnot. And everyone that has played with MJ has an MJ story, right? Yeah. Like there's every time. And I want to hear his side of all these stories.
That'd be great.
100%.
And that'd be such a dope guest, but I feel like he doesn't do shit like that. Like he just, I feel like,
he doesn't do anything.
He just doesn't do anything, which is crazy. But yeah, Vanity Index, obviously, explain more about it. Obviously, you guys are on Golf Channel now. Vanity Index on Golf Channel.
Yeah, it started as, so I do it with my buddy Chad Mumm, who is the executive producer of Full Swing on Netflix. And he also was a producer on Happy Gilmore 2. He's kind of like the liaison guy between the PGA Tour and like Hollywood. And so, whatever it was, 2 years ago, Full Swing season 3 was coming out. And he was like, we don't have a companion podcast. Do you want to do a podcast that is a companion with the season? And I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. I have a studio in my house, so we started it from this room. This is why the walls are green, by the way, because I painted them to look like what the studio now looks like. And so we just started with the 4 episodes of Full Swing, and then we live in LA, and we have a bunch of like celebrity friends. Everyone plays golf in LA, and especially actors, because like there's so much time where they have nothing to do. Right. So we just started having our friends on, and it got really popular because it was cool to have like Charlie Day on the show, but we didn't want to talk to him about Always Sunny at all. We wanted to talk to him about like his gripes and his like pet peeves on the golf course. And
I love Charlie Day.
I mean, he's the best.
He's the best.
And also like the funniest guy in the world, but like it's really low stakes for our guests, because they're like, I don't have to like promote something. You're not going to ask me about like Israel, Palestine, no, dude, we just want to talk to you about golf. And then, so it's a really easy conversation. It's really fun to do. And then obviously the Golf Channel is like, I don't know how you guys are booking all these guests. But really it was just, they were our friends. And so they were like, can you replicate this for the show, for the channel? And we were like, absolutely. So then we built a true studio. We've got a simulator downstairs. So usually the episode ends with us doing some sort of like simulator competition. And yeah, it's been awesome. And we've had like Jim Nance on. I wrote Jim Nance like a golf eulogy for your golf game dying and made him read it. It was freaking hilarious. You could read the poem book. It would sound good. But, we've had like some really cool, Blake Griffin's been on, like I said, Matt Leinert's been on. So it's like kind of a cross between the actors and athletes and announcers and stuff. And it's been a lot of fun. And so, yeah, we're Wednesday mornings, 10 a.m. Eastern, and there's a replay at 10 p.m. Eastern, except on weeks like this where, there's a major or
tournament,
or the players, because then they do live from, which by the way, I do have the PGA Championship on right now, and Justin Thomas
really
looking pretty good.
All right. I actually haven't bet this. I didn't throw in a bet yet. I gotta make a little bet.
You don't do those like office pools?
I don't actually work here at Penn State.
Yeah.
They do though. They do fun stuff.
No, but so like there's this. I always get invited like multiples of them. And if you ever want to do it, I'll send it to you. It's really easy. So it'll be like tier 1. You have to pick like of the top 10 golfers. You got to pick 2 of them, and then tier 2, you got to pick 1 guy, and then you kind of go down.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's like 20, but you Venmo $20 to somebody, and it's very, very fun and like really like low stakes.
So I'll send you. Yeah. So it's similar to like kind of like fantasy football, but like you get certain, like each level or each tier, you have to pick a golfer. That's cool. And then you add the points up at the end. I take it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
exactly.
cool.
And if your guy misses the cut, so but I think you take like your top 4 guys, So if your guy misses the cut, then
Fucked, yeah.
it's whatever he ended, it could be like +8. It could completely knock you out.
Yeah, that's cool.
So,
I
yeah,
like that.
it's very fun.
Yeah.
Want to
Cool,
get
no
in on
idea.
that.
Yeah, I've seen some of Vanity Index online and stuff, and yeah, you guys are killing it. You got some pretty fun guests and stuff. What would be the coolest story that you've heard? Because you've gotten some good ones.
Yeah. Jim Nance's story about how he came up with Hello Friends, like, got me in my feels, which I didn't know. As someone who's on TV, I do kind of do everything for the bit. And like, I always think about like what I want to say and, try to make good TV, but I assume that's what he did. And that's not what he did at all. It was like this beautiful story about his father who was ailing from Alzheimer's. And it was like a nod to him.
Oh, wow.
And because he says that, everyone loved his dad so much. He was everyone's friend. So he wanted to say like a nod to him. And he told him he was going to do it like the first broadcast he ever did. And then, of course, like one of the heads at CBS later was like, where did you come up with that? And he was like, well, it was just for my dad. He's not doing so super hot. And he was like, that was amazing. Keep doing that. And like now it's thing.
Iconic. Yeah,
He's trademarked it.
that's awesome. That gives me goosebumps. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite story from all that. But it's a lot of like Joe Pesci stories. Usually is what I'm getting.
Like a Joe Pesci story.
By the way, Joe Pesci, if whatever you think Joe Pesci is in real life, he is. He is like the guy from
My Cousin Vinny.
but then also from Home Alone, but then also from like Casino. Like he's everything. He's amazing.
He was so
Great.
good
I
in
haven't met him
Casino.
before, actually. Yeah, I haven't met
Yeah.
him before. Yeah. That's great. So obviously you've played a lot of golf. You've gone to a lot of cool courses. You've played a lot of pro-am, things like that. What would be your favorite course you've played? And can't pick your home course. Can't pick your home course.
Well, okay. St. Andrews was the closest thing I've had to like a religious experience. But it had less to do about the golf course and more had to do with the locale. That town was the coolest place I've ever been to. It's like Hogwarts, but like instead of like wand stores, it's just pubs.
That's awesome. That's a great way to put it.
You've been there plenty of times.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
Yeah, my wife's from St. Andrews, so we go back there quite a bit, and it's a college town too. So like you go to the bars after your round, and it's if you're in there in the summer, it's light until 11, and the pubs are just people are singing and just drinking. It's such a fun time.
Yeah, it was like it doesn't get dark ever there.
No.
So like we were at a pub at like 9:30 at night, like half cocked, and all of a sudden these 4 kids are walking down the cobblestone streets with golf bags on, and we were like, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, we just finished 9 at Castle. And, and then they put their bags down and they were like, I want attendance. And then they came inside and drank with us. And I was like, this town is magical. Like everything.
Really is.
Yeah.
That's on the
but then
list.
like Pebble is like a very special place for me just because like that's where I grew up. I used to like be a standard bearer for the AT&T way back in the day. Cyprus is obviously like one of the best places, I think, on planet Earth, at least that 4 whole stretch. But I tell you what, I got to play some golf out east, which I had never really done being from California. And I got to play Winged Foot, and I think that might be the coolest place I've been to in terms of golf course.
How good is that locker room too? Hasn't been changed for like 100 years.
Yep, the locker room and then like the hang at that place was so elite.
Yeah.
Because you go to a lot of these really private, exclusive clubs. You kind of are always walking on eggshells when you go in there, and you don't want to piss anybody off, and it's stressful. And I really like going to places that are really, really elite and private, but like also like, we're doing shots,
that's Winged Foot.
Yeah,
that's Winged Foot.
And I walked away from it. I was like, this place is awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
Is that where you played with MJ?
yeah. That was the MJ trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was Shinnecock, Friar's Head, and Winged Foot. It was crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, Friars is like amazing too. That's like primo. But yeah, it was a fun trip.
Have you played Brookline, the country club?
Yeah, I have played Brookline. I played there in a high school tournament, actually. I can't remember if it was junior PGA or what it was, but Brookline's awesome as well.
Yeah. That's another elite locker room.
Yeah. Have you played more in New York besides Wingfoot?
Yeah. I've played...
Like out on the Hamptons at all? Have you gone out east out there and played any of those?
No,
like National?
I got a buddy who's at Bayonne. I've played Liberty National. By the way, Bayonne's awesome. It just reminded me so much of like Spanish Bay, where I grew up. And then I've played Bethpage. And then I'm going to Shinnecock, but for the U.S. Open, not to play it.
So it's going to sound weird. I think maybe I've talked about it on the podcast before. When you were there, when you go to the private clubs, do you take the full experience? You know, bring your change of clothes. You can't take your shoes off in the parking lot, obviously. It's a big no-no. But do you do the shower, the locker room experience? Do you do any of that ever?
Yes.
Okay.
We talk about this a lot on our podcast. You can tell how nice a private club is by what they have in their men's locker room bathroom.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So there in New York, there's a thing with showers. And so like the really prestigious clubs have crazy, crazy showers. And so when I went to Friar's Head, the guy's like, you have to take a shower. I'm like, shower? Like, why? You know what? He's like, trust me. And it comes out at like, I think it's like 9 or 10 gallons a minute. Or 11 gallons. It's crazy. Something crazy. It's just like someone's pouring a giant bucket of water on you, but nonstop. And so apparently that's like the status symbol for high-end clubs on how they're competing is the shower ranking. And Golf Digest did an article on
Shower
it.
ranking.
So elite to have an elite shower game at your private club. And it was the most unbelievable thing I've ever been in. I mean, it's like you put soap on and it's gone in 2 seconds, you know?
That's great, a shower ranking.
If you go to New York again, I didn't shower at Wingfoot, but if you go out on the Hamptons, they're definitely like, we got the best shower, we got the best shower, we got the best shower. You gotta try it.
Noted.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, it's usually like the waterfall one where it's just dumping water on you.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, in the really private country club locker rooms, like you better have a big jar of blue liquid with some fucking combs in it. You know,
Yeah.
I need some like really nice razors. I need an assortment of colognes and aftershaves. You know,
Yeah. You need to have like the high chews and the Starburst and the Sour Patch and the whole candy, before the round and all that stuff.
The jelly beans.
It's the little things. It's the
It
little
is when you get
touches.
to that level.
Yeah.
It is the little things.
It's like Cherry Hills has the robes, so you get there and you got the robe. You know, if you want to do that out, the slippers, those are nice. It's the guess.
I like how a lot of these places have like this iconic thing about them, right? Like, Brookline has this like one drink that you always have, or like Wingfoot had this cheese dip thing that you get at the turn.
That's
like,
it's like Olympic Club in San Francisco has the burger dog or was it the burger dog?
Yeah.
dog.
The burger dog, yeah.
And
I love the idea of like every place that's great has like this great thing, and you just like think about like, oh, I can't wait to get that burger dog.
Yeah.
I'm going,
We
up
were-
to the Bay Area.
we were talking about with Justin Simmons was, like the milkshake at Castle Pines. It's like the milkshake at the Memorial, It's like you got to get the milkshake if you go there. So, and that's the first thing I said. He's like, I played Castle Pines. I'm like, did you get the milkshake? He's like, yes, I did get the milkshake.
It's always that. Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
that's funny.
Well, cool. We got one last segment before we let you go. You kind of already gave it at the beginning of the pod, but what would be your caddy advice for our listeners out there?
Get
Life,
rich.
career, whatever it is.
Okay, so like for life or for like a caddy on the golf course?
Anything. It could be your game. It could be caddy advice for life, career, whatever it is.
Okay, I'll give you. If you're ever playing as a caddy, you're ever playing golf with someone and you start talking to their ball on the putting green before the ball goes in the fucking hole,
Bro.
you be shot in the face and never invited back. Do not talk to my ball, because the second you start, oh, that's it, that's good. That second you say that ball's missing, and you have done that.
Yes.
It wasn't me. You have
This is the passion.
ruined this for all of us.
Yeah.
Nothing makes me more angry than when someone talks to my ball.
That's a good one. We haven't heard that one.
It's true. It's very accurate.
Don't be that guy. That's annoying. Don't talk to someone's ball. In terms of life, okay, I'll give you two. I learned this pretty early when I was doing radio. There was a person who I worked with of whom no one got along with, and it was tough. They were tough to work with, and I was like, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm gonna be the person that everyone really likes to work with, just to see what happens. And that person got fired, and then I ended up like moving up the ranks to like take their job. And I think you should be nice because you should be nice, but also it's really, really hard to fire someone that everyone enjoys being around. So that's a kind of a big piece of advice. And then the other thing that we all get this, they all get stressed and like, oh, I have to go to the grocery store. Oh, I have to, travel to New York for work or whatever. We have a life that's filled with have tos. And what I've been trying to do recently is to switch have to with get to. Change your perspective. Like, I don't have to go to the grocery store. I get to go to the grocery store. I'm gonna get some good stuff. Like, this is gonna be fun. I think I'm gonna cook something weird tonight. The more I've done that, the better my days have been. So
No, that's good.
That's really good advice. I like that. I'm gonna put that into use.
Yeah, G does that. G does that to me a lot. I'll like complain about it, and she'll be like, "You get to." I'm like, "Shut the fuck! I have to." You know what I mean? I gotta get like, I don't want you telling me that. I can tell myself that. But no, it is good advice because it does change your mentality like overnight, almost like just those simple words.
That's a good one. I really like that.
Yeah.
And we tend to do it too with things we like. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've said, "I got to go play golf today with Chad or something," and I'm like, "Wait, no." I get to this is so cool, so
yeah, it's great. It's great. All right, I got one more for you actually before we let you go. Mulligan moment. If you could take one moment back, whether it be career, life, whatever it is, what would be your mulligan?
Meeting you.
Heard I just 18.
Hey, you should go to Stagecoach.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna say
Yeah, you lived a pretty cool fucking life. We've gotten that. So maybe you have one.
I wish that I had paid more attention in school. Like, it was such a non-issue for me, and like now I really enjoy reading and like learning about stuff. But when I was at college, I thought that Ole Miss was like, a scholastic juggernaut of any sense. So, like, I wish I could took more classes and like learn more stuff. But other than that, I think I've been very, very blessed.
Yeah, no, I get that learning thing. I've been reading a lot of self-help books lately, and I'm like, man, if I would have read this book when I was 19, my life would be way different. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck. Yeah, think about that a lot.
Totally.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. I appreciate you coming on. Where can everybody find you? Whether it be your podcast, your show, your Instagram, your all the above.
All right, my address is 1275. Follow me on social media at Wells Adams. I'm on all the different types of socials. If you want to watch either Vanity Index or Big Break, those are both on Golf Channel, but Big Break doesn't start until mid-August.
Okay.
I was on Traders one season for like 3 episodes, so I do a podcast about traders with Dolores Catania, who won my season, or her season, I suppose. So if you want to listen to that, you can. And
YFT. How many podcasts do you have?
Yeah. I do YFT with Brandy Cyrus, Miley's older sister. I've been doing that. She used to be my radio co-host back in Nashville way back in the day. But we've done that for over 10 years. So yeah, that one's fun. And my OnlyFans is 69. So yeah, go
search that. Yeah, go search that. Cool, man. Well, I appreciate you. Always fun chatting. Always fun catching up. Thanks for coming on, man.
Good.
Thanks,
Will.
Buddy. Appreciate it, man.
If you guys are ever in LA, please let me know, and I'd love to take you out at the club and wine and dine you, and my wife will come meet us after 16, and it'll be fun.
Show the ball.
What'll happen is G and Sarah will both be just fucking blitzed. Yeah. We're coming out next week, but I don't have time. But we're coming out a lot. We're filming our show out there, so we'll be out there a lot. I'll hit you up.
Where are you filming it?
So we're filming it at Burbank studio.
Yeah, that's Burbank is where my club is.
No
so.
shit. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna hold you to that then. Be like, sorry, I can't film Starcross this week. I'm playing golf with fucking Wells.
We'll just go film it. Bring your clubs. We'll go play like an afternoon round, and then you can play and leave.
No, dude. That's gonna happen. So perfect.
We'll book flights and shoot you a text.
Yep.
And we'll
See
be
you
there.
next week.
All right, man.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
Thanks, Wells.
See you, buddy.
Later, man.